Okay, we are watching Arbitrum go live, and we're going to be hopefully live trading here. So this is the Arbitrum on Bybit. We're watching it live. You can see my screen's open, ready to rock and roll. I've got $200,000 in my account, and I'm about to go live. So let's watch this together. There's no time for an intro today. We just got to do this. We just got to do this. 1 minute, 22 seconds. I'm ready to rock and roll. Ready to rock and roll. Let me just... Oh, come on, man. Okay, let me just get the order price in. Let's get the order price in. Let's go. Okay, I'm ready to take in 100,000 Arbitrum at spot. If it happens, let's watch the trading. Let's watch this thing go live. I'm also on the phone to my traders. Okay, hold on. Let's get the traders on the phone.
Good luck, brother. Make lots of money.
Let's go. 33 seconds, 34 seconds. We got to do this live. So if you're here, smash the like button. Let people know that we're here and that we're trading the Arbitrum launch live with you guys, as we said we would. Then we're going to do an absolutely killer show today. We've got so much to discuss on the show today, from the FOMC meeting to Janet Yellen to Coinbase being attacked by the SEC. We're even going to talk about Justin Sun being attacked by the SEC. So there's lots happening here today. Lots happening here today. Let's go. Okay, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Okay. What happened? What was again?
I mean, 10 minutes.
We got ragged. Okay, well, there's 10 minutes to go. So listen, let's start the show. We've got a lot to talk about here today. We're going to be trading Arbitrum live. We're going to be talking about the FOMC and what actually happened yesterday at the FOMC, because something happened yesterday. We got ragged by the FOMC yesterday. So we're going to talk about the rag by the FOMC and by Janet Yellen. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of other things today. So listen, big show. Let's get out. Okay, we are back. I'm just trying to open my screen so we can do the trade here. So give me 1 second. Let's get this trade on the road. Oh man, hold on. The screens are not
apparently it's on KuCoin. Apparently,
is it
$5 or $6.
$5 or $6? You got to be kidding me.
$6 on KuCoin. Apparently, this is what I'm seeing from the now $6.
Let's
$5.
go to let's go to KuCoin and see if we can quickly get it.
$6 not bad.
It's too high. It's got to come down. If you can short, you should short. But I don't think there's any derivatives on KuCoin. Let's go. Let's look and let's see if we can get in. Okay, so I don't have money in my KuCoin account, which is a bit of a problem. Actually, I may have money in my KuCoin account. Let's have a look here. Let's look. I'm just trying to log in. So, okay, let's quickly just have a look here. I wonder why Bybit delayed by 10 minutes.
Now. $8.
That's way overvalued. If people are buying at $8, you're going to get wrecked. I think you will get wrecked. If you're buying at $8, chances are you're going to get wrecked. Let's see.
No way. $10. No way. $10.
I don't even see it on KuCoin. Let's see if the researchers could just send us a link. That would be great. Okay, the researchers.
Let me see if I can find it on.
Okay, hold on. Let's see the researchers. Let's see. Okay, we have a link here for the KuCoin Arbitrum. Okay, let me just put in my trading password. $10.80 is what Arbitrum is trading at. I mean, that gives it a fully diluted value.
11, that's crazy.
9. This is crazy. You got to go short here.
That's insane.
You got to go short here, but this is all spot. So you can't go short. If you're looking to buy Arbitrum now and you land up paying $11.50, you are going to get wrecked. Do not buy at $11.50. You're going to get wrecked. That gives it a fully diluted valuation of $100 billion. That is $110 billion. That is absolutely crazy. Be careful. Do not touch this thing. And if you can short it somewhere, if there are perpetuals, let's short it. Researchers, please, if there are perpetuals opening, let me know where I can trade perpetuals. Okay, there we go. It's coming down to 10.21. Be careful. Still too high. If you can short, you still short. You don't want to be touching this at 10.21. You want this thing to be going back down to $3 or $4. This is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Actually, am I looking at the right things? Yeah, it's Arbitrum. This is Arbitrum.
It is.
It is. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Bro.
I wish we could short. I wish we could short. I wish we could short this. I don't know if we can short. If there's any way to short. Okay, the researchers haven't got back to me with any way to short. Trading now $9.90. Do not touch this thing until it goes to $1 or somewhere around there. It's just not worth it. Hold on.
So okay, it's on Bybit on USDC apparently.
Okay, it's on. Okay, it's live on Bybit now, and let's have a look at the price. $15.
What? $15 on Bybit.
That's crazy. That's crazy,
bro.
That is absolutely crazy. This is the biggest short of the century, but I don't think that there are any perpetuals where you can.
Let's. And people that got the token, what would you say they do?
Sell. Okay, traders sell. Hold on. Let's just have a look here. I'm telling my traders to sell our tokens. We got a whole lot of tokens. We need to sell them as quickly as possible. I see that it's $14.50. You see what happened here is all the tokens aren't on the exchanges yet. So the problem is that there's no supply on the exchanges. Got to be super careful what's going on here. The Arbitrum ecosystem is down. It's not managing to do all of these trades. Okay, so $14.50. If you have your tokens, sell, because people cannot claim. Some people have obviously managed to claim. That's how we're getting these tokens. But if you can sell at these prices, you sell at these prices. You sell. You do not hold. You do not buy at these prices. Whatever happens, you cannot be buying this at $14 and on KuCoin. Okay, KuCoin is back down to $6.90. Also too much. Also too much. Also too much. Do not touch this token at those prices. That is absolutely crazy. We've got wallets. We want to sell. What I mean, if I can get our claims, and I know my traders are listening, if you can get our claims, you want to sell it on Uniswap, $3.98. So you can sell it on Uniswap for $3.98. I would sell at $3.98, to be honest. Keep selling, keep selling, keep selling. This is nuts. This is absolutely crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we are going to keep watching this, guys. We are going to keep watching this because I think it is the most important event of the day. It's the biggest airdrop, I think, in crypto, and specifically at these prices. If you're talking about 1 billion tokens that are being airdropped at $7.50 or $7.60, which is what we're watching here on KuCoin, that's absolutely crazy. On Bybit, the price is still $14.49. If you have,
there's no trade histories. There's not much happening.
Yeah, you can also see that the bids are pretty weak. You can see the bids are $26, $20, 20 tokens. It's very weak bids. All right, so the reason why this is happening is because people can't claim their Arbitrum at the moment. The website is down. People can't claim their Arbitrum, which means that those people that have had or have got their tokens can sell, which is why I said to you guys, it was so important to be ready to trade. Have the account on one of the exchanges that actually can trade, because super important to be able to trade. Okay, so I'm watching this. Still not much trade happening. Let's have a look. Still not much trade happening here. Let's see what's going on. No, not much.
On Mexi.
Okay, $6.90. All right, so let's give it time for the Arbitrum airdrop to actually be dropped to everybody. In the meantime, listen, welcome. Crazy show today. Not our normal shows, but here we are bringing you crypto love and crypto wisdom, even though I've got that stupid disease that I'm not actually allowed to talk about, because if I do, then YouTube actually ban all our videos. So listen, welcome back. If you are a new subscriber, or if you're new to our channel, subscribe to our channel right now. This is the highest alpha per minute show on the internet. Also, as you can see, pure degens sitting here ready to trade. If you are a subscriber, like this content, help us get unshadow banned again. We're shadow banned again because, tell you, this is a crazy reason why we got shadow banned, but because I'm ill with that disease that you're not allowed to mention, and please don't mention in the chat, then they ban our content because you're not allowed to actually talk about stuff like that. So just give us some love in the thing. Someone says it hit $106 on Bybit. $106. Let's quickly have a look at that. Let's quickly look at that. Wow, it did it. It's 106. Some idiot paid $106.50 and 5 cents on Bybit. Please, guys, do not buy this at the moment. We will wait for the trade to happen. Even if we're here all the time, even if we're here the whole time, we will be here and we will be trading this with you. Even if we go over the normal show time, we'll make sure that we actually get some trades in together if we can get in with some trades. Listen, let's talk about the other stuff that we're going to be talking about on the show. The first thing we need to talk about is the FOMC and how Powell ragged us last night. Absolute ragging last night. I'm going to show you what Powell said that sent the markets into a tiz. We were watching it with you guys live. Sheldon was on Spaces. Sorry, I was on Spaces. Sheldon was with you guys live. And you can see we went all the way up to 28,000 to even 29,000 almost. And then as Powell started speaking, something happened. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about this big Wells notice that Coinbase has been served. So remember, Coinbase has been served a massive Wells notice, which is usually what happens when the SEC is about to enter into criminal proceedings or into litigation with a company. They issue a Wells notice. We're going to be talking about that. They also went into litigation with Justin Sun, so we're going to be talking about that as well. So it's going to be a huge show today. So listen, subscribe. Let's get into the alpha. But before we get into the alpha, there's something very, very important that's happening here today. Something gargantuous, incredible, super, super important. Someone says Arbitrum is $4 on Uniswap. Do not buy this thing at $4. Do not buy this thing at $4. But I do want to get into the most important part of the day today. Really the most important part of the day today. And that has something to do with this guy sitting right here.
Hi, sir.
Tentino.
What's happening, brother?
You had a big show last night, bro. Excellent show. I was very proud of you.
Thank you, bro. What's happening? I'm just busy watching all these up. Thank you, bro.
So you had a huge show last night, and I was so proud of you. I think you had something like 10,000 people watching you live. So first of all, congratulations. You should be really proud.
Thank you.
Do you know what else you should be really proud of?
No. What?
Today is a very, 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 very special day, bro. It's a very special day.
Yeah.
It's exactly to the day 2 years since you started at Banter.
2 years.
2 years, bro.
I knew it was coming up. It is. It's 2 years.
It's today, my
bro.
What a life-changing experience. What a life-changing experience. It's been...
yes, make me emotional, bro. It's been an incredible journey, bro.
It's been so amazing. It's been so amazing to watch your life change, man. It's been so amazing to watch this kid who was a carpenter, woodworker, really have his life transformed and become a master trader. And not only that, actually launch his own school and his own university. And I mean, you've done this in 2 years, bro. 2 years. That's nothing, bro. That's nothing. Like, I know people that have worked a lifetime and haven't achieved what you've achieved. So listen, it's testament to your hard work and testament to your consistency and just, I think, testament to the size of your heart, brother. So congratulations. And listen, I'm proud to be a part.
Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you, my brother. It means a lot.
Stay with us because we are going to talk about the FOMC rug. We are going to keep checking into the Arbitrum airdrop. We are going to talk about a whole lot of things. We're going to talk about a whole lot of altcoins. In fact, let's quickly, let's just look at the altcoins and just see what's happening here. Oh, the one that's on the move, as you can see, is Hex. Hex doesn't care about the bear market. Hex doesn't care about the bear market. Best performing asset this year. You can't deny it. Love it or hate it. We'll talk about Hex later on today. Litecoin also running. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about today. So listen, be in the waiting room. We'll be here. We'll be trading. We'll be having fun.
Yeah,
All right, let's get on with the alpha, guys. Let's get on with the alpha. So let's talk about what happened last night, because I think it's super, super, super important to talk about what happened last night. It was weird because when we went into the FOMC meeting last night, the market was expecting rate cuts in 2023, right? So we know when we went in, if you remember, we looked at this probabilities chart, and the probabilities chart was actually expecting rate cuts in 2023. That's how we went into it. But when we got the FOMC announcement, we got two things. We got the announcement that they'd hiked by 25 basis points. That was one of the first things that we got. But then we also got, and remember, this is just after the announcement was made. They also said that the Fed's median forecast shows that at the end of 2023, the interest rates were going to be 5.1%. So I immediately saw this and I said, hold on a second. The market was actually expecting rates to drop in 2023, but the Fed is telling you that the rates aren't going to drop in 2023. That was bearish. And so what I couldn't understand is, with all the bearish news coming out there, why is it that two things happened? The first thing that happened was Bitcoin was still trading at like 28, 29,000. I couldn't understand. And I went onto Sheldon's stream and I said, Sheldon, the market's not reading this correctly. Something's going to give here. And then straight after that, I also saw another anomaly, which was the Dixie. And I don't know if you guys were watching this last night. And if you weren't, you really should join us on the spaces or on these emergency streams that Sheldon and I have, because it's amazing. But what you see here is you see that the market priced in a lower Dixie. The Dixie got to 101.9. I mean, that's as you can see, like a crazy number. And that's when I started to panic and I started to ring all the alarm bells. And I said, guys, look, the market's seeing this all wrong. This is a very, very hawkish press conference, or we're about to get a very, very hawkish press conference. And then that's exactly what we got. We went into the press conference and Powell was extremely, extremely hawkish. Now, when we went into the press conference, I asked myself a few questions. I said, first of all, is he going to acknowledge the banking collapse? Then, is he going to, as a result of the banking collapse, actually talk about maybe potentially rate reductions? I don't know. So, hold on. Someone says Bybit's dropping fast. Today, but this is going to be the focus of our attention. So there we go. Let's quickly just look at it. $4. It's still too much, guys. At $4, we're not buyers. We're not buyers. We're buyers. We're sellers of this thing at $4. We're buyers of this thing at $1.50, but I don't think we're going to see that, even though we had money in our account all ready to rock and roll. A lot of people still can't claim. So you got to wait here. You got to be careful. Be smarter than everyone else. All right, let's go into it. So then we went into the press conference and I was wondering whether Powell would actually acknowledge the banking collapse, because if he acknowledged the banking collapse, that would say, look, I was hoping it'd say, look, we understand that we've raised rates so quickly that they're putting the banking system under strain. And, you know, he actually did. He did acknowledge the banking collapse. Let me quickly just play you the part where he does acknowledge the banking collapse. Okay, it takes a second for him to actually, yeah, so he takes a second to actually come up and talk and bring it all up. Okay. Come on, Mr. Powell, we're waiting for you, bro. I don't know why it wasn't on the right timestamp. You have to forgive me. Okay, it's going to be any second now. There we go.
Today's meeting, let me briefly address recent developments in the banking sector. In the past 2 weeks, serious difficulties at a small number of banks have emerged. History has shown that isolated banking problems, if left unaddressed, can undermine confidence in healthy banks and threaten the ability of the banking system as a whole to play its vital role in supporting the savings and credit needs of households and businesses. That is why, in response to these events, the Federal Reserve, working with the Treasury Department and the FDIC, took decisive actions to protect the U.S. economy and to strengthen public confidence in our banking system.
So he said small and isolated. So what he immediately, at that tone, we realized that he's denying the bank collapse. He said, look, it's a small problems in isolated banks. This is not a contagion. And that's already when we knew that things were starting to happen. And at this point, actually, the Bitcoin price was still around 28,000, 28,500. Then he carried on. So I want to just give you some more timestamps. He went into Powell mode. And Powell mode is, I'm here with a mission, and I'm here to talk about inflation. And our mission is to get inflation down. And that's exactly what he did, to my surprise.
Year and 4.6% at the end of next year. Inflation remains well above our longer run goal of 2%. Over the 12 months ending in January, total PCE prices rose 5.4%, excluding the volatile food and energy categories. Core PCE excluding those, core PCE prices rose 4.7%. In February, the 12-month change in the CPI came in at 6%, and the change in the core CPI was 5.5%. Inflation has moderated somewhat since the middle of last year, but the strength of these recent readings indicates that inflation pressures continue to run high.
Okay, so he was there about inflation. And again, I'm going to interrupt this because I think we just got some breaking news that, hold on, I'm just confirming this, but it looks like 𝗏𝗏 has just been arrested in Montenegro. Let me just get this done. Yes, okay. So we have one of the world's most wanted fugitives was arrested in Montenegro. 𝗏𝗏 has been detained in Montenegro. So this is unbelievable, guys. This is a crazy show today. So we've got 𝗏𝗏 being arrested in Montenegro. Fred also says 𝗏𝗏 arrested in Montenegro. Bankless says without citing sources. So look, this is coming from Bankless. We're not exactly sure if it's real, but it is there. All right, let's go back to our press conference. So if Powell comes out and he says inflation is high, we're focusing on inflation, that's what it's all about. Then he goes on and talks more about the banking contagion. I want to play you some more parts about the banking contagion, but it's not what we wanted to hear about the banking contagion, unfortunately. It is 106.06.
And inflation. We believe, however, that events in the banking system over the past 2 weeks are likely to result in tighter credit conditions for households and businesses, which would in turn affect economic outcomes. It is too soon to determine the extent of these effects, and therefore too soon to tell how monetary policy should respond. As a result, we no longer state that we anticipate that ongoing rate increases will be appropriate to quell inflation.
So he says we do not expect that ongoing interest rates will be used.
We now anticipate that some additional policy firming may be appropriate.
So there might be some.
We will closely monitor incoming data and carefully assess the actual and expected effects of tighter credit conditions on economic activity, the labor market, and inflation. And our policy decisions will reflect that assessment.
So it's the first time that we heard him a little bit dovish by saying, look, we do not expect that we're going to have to continue to increase rates, but we will have to do some policy related decisions. And then lastly, the last part that I actually want to show you in this press conference is here, 107.46. Here it is.
We remain committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal and to keep longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Reducing inflation is likely to require a period of below-trend growth and some softening in labor market conditions.
So he's saying, listen, we remain committed to 2% inflation. So really kind of like, I'd guess worst case 25 basis point scenario, because he raised rates by 25 basis points. He said rates are going to be longer, are going to be flat for longer. We do not anticipate any rate hikes in 2023. And then I said to you guys that what we're actually looking for when it comes to the Fed meeting is actually this thing called the dot plot, where all the Fed officials get dots and they asked, look, at the end of 2023, where do you think rates will be? And all of them the majority of them put their dots over here. So we can see that the Fed officials don't believe that interest rates are going to be reduced in 2023, which is contrary to what the market said before the event, and actually even contrary to what the market is thinking after the event. Even after the event, what you can see is that the market is actually pricing two interest rate decreases before the end of the year. So there's a big disconnect between the belief and the trust that the market has in what the Fed is saying. The market is calling a bluff on the Fed. They're saying, we know you are saying something, but we also know that you probably won't be able to implement it. We know that you denied that, or you were steadfast that the banking collapse is small and isolated to a small number of banks and not a contagion, but actually, we don't believe you. And so what happened last night is we almost saw Powell and Yellen together tag teaming, because while Powell was talking about this, he didn't crash the markets. What crashed the markets was actually Yellen, because she went out, and even though a few days ago she came out and said depositors in banks will actually be secure, last night as Powell was talking, this is what she said.
Every deposit at every FDIC insured bank in the nation over $250,000 require congressional approval.
this is not something that we have looked at. It's not something that we're considering. All that I have said is that when the failure of a bank is judged by supermajorities of the FDIC board, the Fed board, and myself in consultation with the president, when such a failure is deemed to create systemic risk, which I think of as the risk of a contagious bank run, that we are likely to invoke the systemic risk exception, which permits the FDIC to protect all depositors, and that would be a case-by-case determination.
I understand.
We
And
have
that,
not considered or discussed anything having to do with blanket insurance or guarantees of
2
all
points.
So what she said is, instead of all bank deposit actually getting insured, it's actually not. It's going to be on a case-by-case basis. And a lot of people are saying, look, she's actually senile, because a few days ago she was saying, we're considering a broad increase in deposit insurance, and now she's almost going back on her word. So Yellen yesterday, we are considering backstopping all deposits. Yellen today, we are no longer considering backstopping all deposits. Powell yesterday, we are committed to supporting the banks. Powell today, we do not expect rate cuts this year. So between the two of them, they actually completely rugged this yesterday, completely. And that's why Bitcoin actually went down from 29,000 all the way to about 26,700. Now, when that happened, I actually tweeted and I said, listen, buy yourself some Bitcoin now under 27,000, because you probably won't regret it, because I did think the market was overreacting. And I posted this on Twitter. I said, look, Powell starts talking, it's going to go down. Powell stops talking, we're going to get some kind of recovery. And if you look at what happened yesterday, it's like a playbook. Powell starts talking, we start going down. Powell stops talking, we start to recover. Look, it's literally, this could not have been more accurate. All right, let's get back to our trade. Let's quickly just see what's happening here on Arbitrum. Okay, now we're starting to talk in the realms of acceptability. I still wouldn't be buying this thing. I wouldn't be buying this thing at all. I see that this one, there's a slight arbitrage between USDT and USDC. I wouldn't be touching this thing yet. I have $200,000 ready to press the button if anything happens, but I would not be buying this one yet. I would not be buying this one yet. Let's keep watching it. Let's see what the USDC pair is doing. 174. Let's see what it's doing on KuCoin. So the price is settled at around 175, 177. Fully diluted valuation, $17 or $18 billion. I think that's about fair. We don't buy things at fair value. We buy things cheap. I wouldn't be buying this at 175. It probably could go up a little bit more, but in the long term, I think that you're not holding enough. So far, I see that, let's quickly just look at the dashboard, the Arbitrum dashboard. Tells us how many have already been claimed. Let's refresh this. Hopefully this is live, and hopefully this website can keep up with all the demand. Okay, it is hopefully going to. There's a lot of pressure on the system here. You can see that websites aren't loading, exchange links aren't loading. This Arbitrum airdrop has truly crashed everything. So 172 on KuCoin. Let's quickly look at Bybit. 170. Let's just refresh that. 174 on Bybit, I think. I keep refreshing. Let's look at the dashboard here just to see what's going on here. Still loading, still loading, still loading. Let me try to close some windows. Maybe it'll give us something. Maybe it'll give us something to work with, but I don't think so. I think it's actually all related to too much pressure on these systems when it comes to Arbitrum. Someone says rest of the market dumping. Let's quickly look at the rest of the market, see if the rest of the market is dumping. No, Bitcoin's at 27,462. I don't think anything is done. Arbitrum website is down. Claim links are working. It is trading at 165 on MEXC. I'm getting messages here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Remember, we're looking for this pattern. We're looking for people to start dumping their airdrop tokens. It might take time. So we might get a price stabilization now, and then it's just people may start dumping their tokens as soon as we get real price discovery. Let's quickly just see what's going on here. Why can't we get a price here? Why can't we get a price here? Maybe it's too... only getting KuCoin prices. Only getting coupons.
Sorry, quick question from me. If we go to 50 cents, do I buy?
You buy as much as you can. You close your eyes and you buy. But I think it's going to go down to 50.
Well, maybe. I just want to get a little bit of a, what's a good range between 50 and $1?
Anything under 120.
Amazing.
People said Do Kwon has been arrested. Yes, we do know that Do Kwon has been arrested. We are following that story. Let's go to the next story just while we're waiting for the Arbitrum price to settle down, and that's the Coinbase story. So I don't know if you remember, but when the SEC took on Kraken for their staking, Brian Armstrong came out with a statement, and he said, at the time, he almost preempted it and said, Coinbase's staking services are not securities. We'll happily defend this in court if needed. I don't know if you remember, that was a while back. Well, the time has come for Brian Armstrong to actually defend his case. And that's because yesterday, Coinbase received what they call a Wells notice from the SEC, focused specifically on staking and asset listings. Now, what is a Wells notice? A Wells notice is typically a document that precedes an enforcement action. It's a recommendation after they've done a investigation that court action is actually going to take place. Now, he says 2 years ago, the SEC reviewed our business in detail and approved Coinbase to go public. Our S1 clearly explained our asset listing process and included 57 references to staking. Coinbase runs a rigorous asset review process and has rejected more than 90% of the assets that have been applied to go onto the platform. While we understand that this is all part of the journey to reforming our financial system, we are on the right side of the law, confident in our facts, and welcome the opportunity for Coinbase to get before a court. We are proud to stand up for our customers and the industry in these moments. Going forward, the legal process will provide an open public forum for an unbiased body, where an unbiased body will be able to make clear once and for all to see that the SEC has not been fair, not been reasonable, or even demonstrated seriousness of purpose when it comes to engagement on digital assets. In the meantime, Coinbase will continue to do what we do best, build the most trusted products and services in order to advance our purpose of updating the financial system and creating more economic freedom in the world. We're excited to work with all the governments and regulators around the world who are focused on putting in clear rules to regulate the crypto industry. And that is what he came out with here. Then the Coinbase lawyer came out, and this is great. He said, look, we received a Wells notice from the SEC after years of asking for reasonable crypto rules. We're disappointed that the SEC is considering the courts over constructive dialogue, but if the courts are required, so be it. We will defend to the rule of the law. Listen to this. He says, over the past 9 months, Coinbase has met with the SEC more than 30 times, sharing details about our business and the path to registration. During this time, the SEC has basically given zero feedback on what to change or how to register. Instead, we receive a Wells notice. When we went to go public in 2021, we filed an S1, which is a document that basically details the operations of the business. And he said we had 57 references to staking, which is what Brian says. And he says the SEC approved for us to go public knowing these details. Now they've changed their mind. In 2018, we acquired 2 broker-dealer licenses in an effort to become regulated by the SEC. These licenses are currently dormant. We have been unable to even activate them with the SEC for digital securities. He says, lastly, July, we filed a petition with the SEC calling for more regulatory clarity. We have yet to receive a response. For comparison, over many years, we have been able to successfully become a licensed and regulated crypto business in a number of other jurisdictions around the world, including Singapore, Ireland, Australia, and Germany. We've also been able to successfully become regulated by another US federal regulator, obtain our DCM and DCO license from the CFTC, and by many US state regulators, the SEC remains the sole outlier here. We don't list securities. Of the thousands plus tokens that Coinbase has reviewed over the years, only 240 of them have met our standards to be listed on our platform. We believe a large number of crypto securities also exist and should be available to register and trade on SEC registered brokerages and exchanges, a point we've made repeatedly in our discussions. The truth is that today there is no rule book from the SEC on crypto, and efforts to engage with the SEC are met with silence or enforcement actions. They have not followed a good faith rulemaking process with the industry as required by APA. At times, the SEC and CFTC themselves don't even agree on the definition of a commodity or a security. For instance, the CFTC has said that Ethereum was a commodity, while the SEC has hinted that it might be a security. So these guys have tried their best to engage with Coinbase, with the SEC, and the SEC basically shuts them out at every single time. So now they are saying we are actually going to go to court against the SEC. And I think it's about time that this happens, because when they go to court, they are big enough and public enough and well funded enough to be able to take on the SEC. And usually when the SEC go to court, I think they lose 4 out of 5 cases when they go to court. I'm just going to look for the stat for you guys, because I've got, here we go. So this is a document that says the SEC has lost 4 out of its last 5 cases in the Supreme Court, thanks to the few that had courage and resources to fight back against the SEC. So this time, Coinbase is saying, we're not going to roll over. We know that when you went up against Kraken rolled over and basically died. They paid a $30 million fine and they stopped their staking services immediately. But the SEC, the Coinbase is saying, we're not doing that. We are going to fight and we are going to win. And I think that regardless of what you think of Coinbase, I think this is a major victory for the industry, because someone needs to get the SEC, someone who is well-funded needs to get the SEC in front of a judge and let the judge rule against the SEC. Hopefully, we get a similar judge to the judge we had in the 𝗍𝗍𝗃 case. Remember the judge in the 𝗍𝗍𝗃 case, which basically said to the SEC, are you guys crazy? You haven't even given guidelines on what a security is, and now you want to stop a salvage, which is going to make the 𝗍𝗍𝗃 depositors 72% whole, and the judge said that the transaction could continue. I think the same thing is going to happen here. And if you remember what happened when the SEC went to court against Grayscale, I listened to that case. It was an annihilation by the Grayscale lawyers. It was an absolute annihilation. And I think that the same thing could actually happen here. So look, it's not good for the Coinbase price. Let's quickly just check the Coinbase price. I actually just see that Bitcoin's at 29,500 if anyone's interested, but you guys are probably more on top of that than I am at the moment. All right, so let's look at what Coinbase is doing. It's down 14% today. So not good for Coinbase shareholders. But you know what? I do think that in the long term, this makes Coinbase victorious. And I think the scary thing is that if you think about the SEC's antics here, they missed the biggest Ponzi scheme in the world, which was FTX, because they didn't regulate it. They missed Celsius, they missed Voyager, they missed BlockFi, they missed all of these things. And the one shop that they're actually going for, is the one shop that has been the most reliable, most law-abiding, most hard-trying in the US to work with the regulators, which is Coinbase. So I think it's great. It's high time that someone actually take them on, and I think that we couldn't have wished for a better fighter than Brian Armstrong, Coinbase, their full legal power. And I think that net, what will come out of this is that we're actually going to get clear regulations, because the judge is going to put their foot down. If it's any decent judge, the judge puts the foot down and says, you have to give clear regulations. Let's quickly check on our Arbitrum trade again. Let's quickly just see. Okay, here we go. On Bybit, $1.52. Fair price. Don't touch it. Don't buy, don't sell. There's no money to be made here. In fact, maybe there's a bit of money if you buy it now at $1.52. Let's quickly just look at it on KuCoin and other exchanges. Okay, so the price is settled at around $1.52. Basically, at this price, we do nothing. We can't trade this. There's not enough upside. There's not enough downside. So for now, we don't do any of this. We don't touch this. Let's quickly look at some other things. So the SEC also went for Justin Sun yesterday. And I mean, the industry was very passionate about supporting Coinbase. You can see that people like, I saw a tweet by Adam Cochran. I wonder if I've got that tweet somewhere. But he says, you know, if Brian Armstrong goes, let me just see. Here we go. He says, if Brian Armstrong goes for fights, if Coinbase does indeed choose to fight the SEC, as I was saying they will, then I'm moving all my purchases to Coinbase, moving all my trading to Coinbase, delegating all my Coinbase staking nodes, because this, you got to bat for the industry. And I think he's right. We all got to support Coinbase now, regardless of the fees and regardless of the customer services and all that. We all got to support Coinbase now. There is a risk. The risk is not immediate, because right now Coinbase has said that they're going to court. But one of the assets that is very highly staked on Coinbase is what they call CB ETH, which is it's Coinbase's liquid staked ETH derivatives. And if they have to shut down their staking book, then there is a bit of a risk here. Now, I picked up this tweet from 𝗕𝗆𝗃𝗃, and he says, the Coinbase news is potentially a bigger deal than people understand. The way a Wells notice works is that it usually precedes an action for which you are often guilty until proven innocent. So that's the difference between a Wells notice and something else. By the way, if you do support Coinbase, just say in the comments, I support Coinbase, I support Coinbase. He says, what happens if Coinbase has to delist certain assets and stop offering staking while they litigate? Now, typically that wouldn't happen while you litigate. Typically, it would happen only, you can keep going until you're proven guilty. And that's the way I see it. But I may be wrong. Maybe 𝗕𝗆𝗃 sees something that I don't see. So yeah, that's that. The other action that the SEC took yesterday was against Justin Sun, believe it or not. So that one people weren't that upset about, to be honest. I mean, people were like, we're not surprised, but they came out against Justin Sun and they said that they believe that Tron and BitTorrent were actually securities. So that's what they came out and said. Now, I read through this document, and there's a lot in this document. So if you read this document, there's a lot in it. The first thing is they talk about influencers which actually shilled or were paid to shill the tokens. And they talk about Lindsay Lohan, Jake Paul. They talk about all the very, very, very credible influencers in the crypto space. They talk about them. So Akon, etc. So they're taking him down. Also, they accuse Justin Sun of wash trading a lot, which is I mean, we all know he did that. In fact, I'm not allowed to say that's defamation, so I won't say it. I'll say we all suspect that he did that. All right, let's look. Is there a trade? Is there anything to trade here? Because now
I'm waiting for Arbitrum.
I've got
So
money
the rest of the market's waiting. Do you think all this money is going to flow into the rest of the market? It's got to, right?
It'll take time, 𝗟𝗏𝗍. It'll take time.
Yeah,
People haven't even been able to claim yet. That's the problem. Yeah, I see it. The price here. I'm looking at the price here. I told you not to buy at $1.70, 𝗙𝗏𝗃𝗃. I told you to wait. I did.
You were very clear on that. You were very clear.
Man, you have detention. You have detention. You have to stay in class after class, bro.
Are you? So you're looking to buy around $1, $1.20?
Anything around $1, but I don't think it's going to get there because it looks like the price is pretty much settled here, like 140.
Well, people haven't claimed their tokens yet. I'm sure there must still be some more selling pressure.
Yeah, it's coming down 139. There is an entry opportunity here. But not yet.
And where do you think the future goes with this? Is it a long-term hold? No, just some short-term trading?
I think it's fairly valued at about this price. So for me, there's no trade here. We only want, we want trades where there's meat on the bone. You don't want to be in a trade where there's no meat on the bone. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be on a trade where you're just eating bone. You want to eat meat and fat and stuff like that. There's no fat on this bone. I'm just looking at the research group because there's a lot breaking while we're talking about you. I see Crypto McKenna says, I'm opening up for you guys. He says, this is literally the optimum airdrop scenario. The chain doesn't work. There's delayed claims, frustration by speculators, inclination to dump, going lower than you expect. If it goes lower than you expect, we buy, we degen. Let's look at the dashboard and see how many people have claimed, because I think that's another very important thing. All right, number of claimers, 9,761. Problem is that the site is being hit so hard that we're not getting live information. We need live information. 3.5%. Only 3.5% of people have claimed their tokens. You got to be smart here. Got to be smart. Okay, the percentage claimed is 5.29%. So 61 million tokens have been claimed. So there's no supply in the market. Because there's no supply in the market, we don't buy. We want the supply to be in the market. We want people to have their tokens. I'm so cross at the guy who said that he bought tokens at 170. I literally sat here. I literally came on earlier than normal to tell you not to do shit like that. We will be here together. We will trade. I'm here. Sheldino's here. Josh is here. James, we're all here. We're going to trade together. We said we're going to trade this together. That's why we're here. We're here together. That's what it's about. We're here together. Anyway, let's carry on. Lots to talk about. You know the guys, the Hindenburg Report. You know who the Hindenburg Report are? They're this company that publish like really negative reports on companies. And the last report that they published was on the Indian company. I think it's called the Adani Group, right? So and when they publish a report, they destroy your stock price because their reports are usually very factual, very credible. And I think what they do is they actually short your share before they do it. Banter girl is here. She says present. I see that. Anyway, Hindenburg Research just published another paper around Square. Square is Block. You know, Block is Jack Dorsey's payment company. He says, our research indicates that the Block has wildly overstated genuine user counts and understated its customers' acquisition costs. This is interesting. This is juicy. Let's look at what the token of Square is actually doing. Okay, there we go. Sorry, not the token, the share, because this is real world stuff. Usually, when they publish, you see, it's not good. When they publish a report, it's not good. See, it's down 20% today. Down 20% today. Let's see what Jack Dorsey says when this comes out. Let's see what Jack Dorsey says when this comes out. Other things. So let's just see what we've got here. We have. Oh, by the way, Telegram. I don't know if you guys have seen, but Telegram users can now transfer US dollars through chats. Now, this is huge because not only can you now send US dollars over Telegram, but it makes Telegram into like a payment app, like PayPal or Venmo. So go and check it out. Maybe you can download the new version of Telegram, and then you can send USDT to one another, and basically you can smuggle money around the world illegally, however you like, using Telegram, the Russian app, which is amazing. What else is there today? There were so many things that I wanted to speak to you about, but there's so much going on here. I see that's Do-Kwon. We have spoken about Do-Kwon's arrest. Sure, there's so much going on here. I'm now looking at the research group. Okay, let's go back and look at Arbitrum. Let's go back and look at Arbitrum. We should probably 120. There we go. Coming down to good price. To my traders, I hope you're listening. Don't buy yet. Yeah, I'm going to just don't buy. Okay, don't buy. This is going down, and we're going to sit here and we're going to watch it go down, and then we're going to trade. We're going to trade because people are disappointed. But we're going to be here and we're going to trade. You could, if you want to buy at fair value, you could start nibbling here, but it's not, again, it's like you might make money, but there's no meat on the bone. There's no fat. There's no juice on the bone. No juice on this bone. This is a dry bone. It's nothing there. There's nothing there. You want like a bone with sauce and meat, and you want to enjoy it. You don't want to buy and then you have to get it in your teeth and be gentle. It doesn't work. That's not for us. That's not for us. Our analysts are saying it's probably going to go under $1 when people keep claiming. So let's quickly just look at the claim. Okay, so 5.29. Yeah, someone says, I'm so cross with it. That guy, who was the guy that bought it at $1.70? Who was the guy that didn't listen? He should be banned from class. We should kick him from the... Can you kick people from the YouTube? I think you can, right? Yeah. By the way, remember I told you, if you do trade Arbitrum using BitGet or Bybit, you can stand a chance to win $10,000. We'll give the $10,000 away next week. Give you guys a chance to actually trade. And also remember the OKX promotion. If you do open an account on OKX, on the 27th of March, we're giving away an iPhone. On the 3rd of April, we're giving away an Apple MacBook Pro. On the 17th of April, we're giving away 2 Manchester City football tickets to go watch them play with us together, of course. And then on the 1st of May, I hope it's with us together, because otherwise you're going on your own. Otherwise, on the 1st of May, a 7-night holiday to Maldives. And then on the 22nd of May, we're giving up we're giving a Tesla Model 3. Yeah, the guy didn't attend sniper school. If he had attended sniper school, he would never have made that mistake. If you want to attend sniper school, link below. There's like 5 spaces left. I don't even know if you can get in, but go and do it, because then you get in. And if you get into sniper school, then you go into trading university. And then that's when you really learn to trade. Before we carry on trading, I do want to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors, which is Gains. Now, they have told us that they are going to launch the Arbitrum token. If you want to trade on a decentralized platform, then you want to be going to Gains. So go to Gains. Let me actually get it for you guys so that you can see. There we go. Okay, so you can see I'm looking at the wrong token here. It doesn't matter. You can still look at it. So I mean, these guys are really, really growing. I mean, this is, in my mind, the biggest player when it comes to the decentralized exchanges. This is, I think, the one, decentralized perpetuals exchange. I think it's going to be the one that actually wins. But they have mentioned that they're going to try and list Arbitrum as soon as possible. So you'll be able to trade perpetuals on Arbitrum sometime today. So just go to gains.trade, hook up, go and check it out. Okay, let's go back and actually see how this thing's trading, because I see that that's all you guys want. You all want to just degen. Okay, 111. There we go. Now it's coming back to where we wanted. Imagine being the idiot that bought this at $17 and $160. Thank heavens that wasn't us. Thank heavens that wasn't us. 111. 111, you've probably got 10% in the short term. A good 10% in the short term. So I think I'm actually going to be ready to start nibbling here, because I think what's going to happen is the bounce is going to be aggressive. It's going to be an aggressive bounce. So I'm going to get ready to buy 50,000 of these. Not yet, not yet. I'm watching this trade. I'm watching this thing. I'm watching this thing. I'm watching. I'm not ready to press the button yet. I'm not, still not, I mean, there's a little bit of meat on this bone, but not a lot of meat. Not enough meat on this bone. Not enough meat for me. Don't know. We're not ready to trade this yet. Are you guys buying this thing yet? No. We're not there. We're not there. But I'm ready. You see, I've got my finger on the trigger. I'm here. I said to you yesterday, if you come to class today, make sure that you have money in your 𝗵𝗿𝗏 account so that you can actually trade this shit. And yeah, a lot of people didn't have money in their 𝗵𝗏𝗏 account to be able to trade this. Hold on, let's see what's going on here. Let's just see what's going on. I'm trying to open all the information that I'm getting. Okay, 107. Yes, baby. Down you go. Down you go. Down you go. So we can buy. Okay, but now we might get a bounce. Fuck. Okay, so far, only 10, not even 10% of people have claimed. So far. Okay, it's listing. Here we go. Okay, it's coming. Yeah. By the way, you know, when you're trading on a decentralized exchange, so you get wicks. And when you get a wick, then your order sometimes doesn't get executed. So sometimes it stops you out, but sometimes it doesn't get executed. So Gains actually has a feature which says that you basically get automatic. If it does wick and touches that price, you get, they call it look back. It says it will provide guaranteed execution to all orders. Even if the wick hits the order during a 20 millisecond, it will actually be executed at the exact price per user. So that's a good reason to be using G-Trade. So yeah, I mean, there's many reasons to be using it if you want to use decentralized exchanges. All right, here we are. So far, 8.86% of people have traded. 8.86% of, you see it bounced from 110 to 130. I told you the bounce was coming, but I'm doing the show with you guys. Fuck, I missed it. I was sitting here ready to trade. I mean, you can see I had the order in. And now it's bouncing again. You see, but now it's at fair value. So we can't do it. We can't buy it one. Okay, maybe it'll come down. People are still claiming. But I think this is like fair value. So at 110, there was an opportunity. But I was watching all the other stuff, which is a problem. Congratulations, ALS. If you bought that, congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, 20% in 5 minutes. That's meat. That's meat on the bone. That's meat on the bone. Yeah, someone says my order price is 162. I'm going to change it. Let's wait. Put it 110 just for now, so we can have fast fingers. We can have fast fingers. We have to have fast fingers here. Gabby the DJ says it'll come down again. Sheldon, what do you think? Can you chart things on a 1 minute chart like this?
You can. I'm busy looking at it now, so I'm actually logging into like 3 accounts here to start getting ready. We're getting to the area. It's like I'm a sniper getting me to all my accounts.
If there was leverage, on this token, then it would have been great, because what you could have done is you could have bought it at 110 on leverage. You should have sold it, but now we have to be patient. So I'm hoping that you guys will stay with us, and we can just.
I'll get some charts of it and see what we can. You can chart on the 1 minute if you really want to be a DJ and have fun.
Arbitrum. Okay, but that's obviously not right. Look at Hex. Hex is 11.7. This Hex doesn't stop.
But it's those rumors of the Pulse chain, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Pulse chain is not a rumor. It is going to launch one day, eventually. Also, it seems like ever since Richard Hart deleted his Instagram account, Hex starts running, which I think is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, the last time I took my eye off the ball for 1 second, I paid big taxes for it. Okay, coming down. It's coming down. Go, baby, go. Let's quickly just look at what Bitcoin's doing at the same time. because let's see what's going on here. Coinbase is down to 64.79. I'm not a buyer yet, but I will be buying it soon. Bitcoin 27,400. A little bit of weakness.
Yeah, but what I am liking about it is obviously the dominance.
Yes, if the dominance,
I think we need this little dump off to turn this dominance so we can get a little bit of an altcoin catch up. I feel that alts are really undervalued to Bitcoin right now.
Let's have a look here. So, okay, so far 8.86% of people have claimed. I am now, people say scam wick. Scam wick, use GNS, use G-Trade. Then there's no scam wicks there. They've got that feature that I mentioned to you earlier. I mean, just go and sign up. And I mean, you don't even have to sign up. Just go and connect your wallet and just try it. It just makes a big, learn how to use these decentralized perpetuals exchanges. Don't be caught on the centralized exchanges. Okay, someone says it's all dropping. What's all dropping? Let's see. Oh my goodness. Have you survived this crash from 20,550 to 27,431? If you surviving,
the 5-minute chart looks bad, bro.
For Arbitrum.
For Bitcoin. That's what some of the people are looking at it. They're busy looking at the 5-minute charts.
Okay, there we go. Arbitrum's coming down. Come down, baby. Come down, down, down. Love you long time. I mean, we're gonna sit here all day, and we're not gonna get our entry, and then it's gonna be like it's like fishing.
So what is
why I hate
fishing? $1.
Yeah, under $1. That's why I hate fishing, because I go there, I sit there all day, and I catch nothing. I mean, I've never really caught a fish. I've gone on massive fishing trips, and it's like I never catch a fucking fish. Do you remember, Sheldon?
I always catch it. And the one day I go with you, I just caught a tan, bro. The whole day out at sea, we don't catch.
It was a terrible day at sea. Do you remember how bad that day was?
I remember you sent me photos. You're like, Sheldon, look, we got these guys. They catch huge fish. Let's go tomorrow. So I said, okay, cool. No,
we both came out of there feeling green, bro.
It was rough. It was a rough day.
Yeah. And then like people say to you, like, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Bro, there were no fish in that sea.
We went like 3 hours out. Yeah,
we did.
crazy.
More. 4 hours out and 4 hours
just
back.
To get there. And yeah.
4 hours fishing. And we caught nothing. We caught the greenies, because I've never seen you look so pale.
That was bad.
I don't
remind me of the fish that I ate. Yeah.
I don't enjoy fishing the same way I don't enjoy sitting around waiting for trades. Like,
so put your limit order in.
No. I wish you could watch the trading on 2-speed. You can like fast forward it, you know, like when is it actually going to hit? I don't think it's going to hit. Okay, some people are saying that they actually claimed. A lot of people haven't been able to claim their airdrop. So here it is. You see, now what we need perpetuals, because you can trade small moves in perpetuals, but you can't do that on spot. Let's quickly see what's happening here.
Yeah, I wonder when it's going to be on perpetuals.
I think
what I'm waiting for.
Bybit was at in about 2 hours, I think, and then BitGet. Jason DeBleur says he just aped. I think you false started, bro. I think you false started. You know what that's like, Jason? It's like when you go to a wedding, you know, and you go on a weekend to like a weekend wedding, and then on the Friday night before, if the wedding's on a Saturday night, on the Friday night you go out just to have a few drinks, and then you plaster yourself and you destroy yourself. You did the same thing now. You did a false start, as they call it.
Yeah.
So it was a false start. He false started. Someone says 𝗵𝗍 have perps. Really?
Oh, do they?
Oh, hold on a second. I think I have some money in this. 1 second. Let me just log into my 𝗵𝗍 account.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's have a look at 𝗵𝗍. I have to just see if they have perps. Oh, perpetuals. Do they have 10x perpetuals? Let's see. I'm just logging in, just checking if I've got... okay, let's see. Market. I don't have the right account here. I have the dashboard account. But wait, I do have a 𝗵𝗍 account. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let's have a look here. There must be a way to trade this. Because you
But
see,
I'm sure there's going to be a rally on this thing. I think it will stabilize the next day or two. But I do think once people release their tokens, we're going to have a little pop somewhere.
yeah, it's
Maybe get us to 3, 4, maybe somewhere there.
Yeah. Look, it is I think look, listen, we can sit here all day like fishing. I don't feel like sitting here like fishing. I think what
You're
we'll
sick,
do,
bro. You need to jump into bed.
Yeah.
You need to
follow
relax.
us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at CryptoManRun. Sheldon is at Sheldon_sniper. We'll tell you when we're actually buying. Do not buy yet. If you buy now, you might make 10%. Congratulations. If you like a bone with 10% of fat and meat, that's good for you, but not for me. 12% of it saved. We're watching this closely because we are actually going to do a trade, but we're not ready to enter the trade yet. Sorry. Let's just have a look here. Only 5% Arbitrum claimed, and we're already down only. With additional frustrations and 95 left to claim, we can only go lower. Please go lower. Please go under $1. That is when we go crazy. That is when we destroy. Okay, $1.14. $1.14. I see it.
$1.12. Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, let it go under $1. Let there be like a nice dump, and then we go all in. But
I'm waiting for the perpetuals. I think that's.
You see, I have to go. I don't have any more USDC because I traded it all into USDT that day when USDT depegged, before the depeg. So now all my money is sitting here in the USDT. So again, I think like if you get in at 110, there's definitely going to be another pump up to 120. Maybe it won't happen immediately. Remember, we're looking for this. We're looking for this. This is the pattern we want. It's going to find stabilization, and it's going to slowly bleed down. Then it's going to have that aha moment where the aha happens. All right, fam, listen. You know how to trade this. Yeah, you know how to trade this. I don't think we need to sit here and try and catch fish together because there's nothing going on here. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Tomorrow, by the way, is a big banter. We have DGens coming onto the show. I also know that the banter thumbnail has been uploaded to StreamYard. It would be crazy if it wasn't, right, Josh? Well, what is that? Well, why are you putting up that slide? Do you think we should fire Josh for not telling us who's on the Friday banter tomorrow? Listen, it's Elio Trades, Ivan on Tech, and Ishan. Tomorrow we're having a full-on DGen banter together. Here we go. It's 110. Oh, no, now it's 113. It's founder's price. It's founder's price. Let people dump. Let it rain, baby. Let it rain. Okay, so see that there it is. We have Ivan on Tech, Elio, and Ishan coming tomorrow for our Friday banter. So it's going to be big. It's going to be big. They're all DGen. So I think tomorrow, if you're not a DGen, then don't come to the banter because you won't enjoy it. Tomorrow is all about DGens. All right, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Sheldino, congratulations,
love,
my
bro. Thank you, dude. The message meant a lot. Thank you, bro. It's
Ciao,
all
brother.
the love. Cheers, bro.
And much love to you guys. Trade well, my friends. Get that Arbitrum trade. Get that Arbitrum trade.